Today's video will be about the travel trip tips you must know before going to Pompeii. In this video, we're going to talk about fun times, relics, art, and other cool stuff. But first, let's get the logistics over with. Most people who go to Pompeii are coming from Naples or Sorrento. The easiest way to get to Pompeii is by train. The train can be full of pickpockets, but you can go check out our video on pickpockets and learn more. We discussed pickpockets on this very train in our video. You could also take a taxi, but it could take 60 to 80 euros. The worst part of the train ride is in between Naples and Pompeii, so I suggest that if you're coming from Naples, you take a taxi. You are dropped off at the train station. You should go across the street and get your ticket. To the train station, people are probably going to be like, oh, go upstairs and you can get your ticket, get a tour, and you shouldn't do this. I heard that it's sponsored by Rick Steves. Shame on Rick Steves, because you don't need a tour guide in Pompeii. As long as you have a map, it's perfectly fine. There will be people trying to sell you tours at the entrance. And if you do decide to get one, make sure that they have a badge. In summer, it's hot and crowded, but if you go out of season, you will have it virtually to yourself. Approximately 2.6 million people visit Pompeii every year. Pompeii was first discovered in 1748. The first thing you'll notice is that Pompeii is massive. It's 170 acres. The second thing you'll notice is that it sits at the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. It's the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD that saved the city and destroyed it. The volcano is said to have a major eruption every 2,000 years. Wait a sec. It has been 2,000 years. You will also notice that there are wagon marks, chariot marks, and cart marks from over millennia ago. You can kind of see how old the city was before Vesuvius erupted. There are also many different streets and alleys, and there are also stones that were used as crossing paths. They're fun to walk and play on. As fun as they are to play on, they also had a purpose: to drain water from the streets and a pedestrian path. I recommend you set aside a half or full day to go to Pompeii. If you're going to stay there all day, there is a bathroom, there is a restaurant, and there is a gift shop. If you break something in the gift shop, you have to buy it, and I know you do. Part of the fun is exploring every little detail of Pompeii. Almost every street corner has what's left of water wells. You'll also want to spend time looking at all the art that's around. I spotted this painting of Medusa. Our family's favorite picture was a picture of the god Venus. I think that some of the artwork is not appropriate for all ages, so please discuss this with your children. A bunch of famous frescoes came out of Pompeii, and some are still there. Laundry was a very important thing in Pompeii, but guess what they used to clean it? Urine. In some of the old bathhouses, you can see how they used to heat the water. The last time Vesuvius erupted was 1944, and you can go to the top and still see it steaming. Another fact, at the time Vesuvius erupted, there wasn't even a word for a volcano. We'll also see casts of people who died in Pompeii. There were over 2,000 deaths. The casts were made by filling the voids in the volcanic ash with plastic. There's a bed in one of the buildings. I don't think that looks comfortable. At the back of Pompeii, you will find this amphitheater, not bigger than the Roman Colosseum, but still huge. The amphitheater is the oldest building of this type. It was built in 80 BC. Behind the amphitheater is a graveyard. Where the graveyard, there are statues of the people that were buried there. It's cool to get to know what they look like. Don't think that they're done preserving Pompeii. They're still digging up stuff. Just this week they found 2 dead horses that had been buried for 2,000 years. Some of the best artifacts are held in a museum in Naples. You may want to go there too. An alternative to Pompeii is Herculaneum, which is better preserved, but smaller.